I also want to ask you though, so while you're over here being purposeful and making sure your mental health and the things is good, how you feel about your, I guess, emotional health as far as like love life and out here trying to like decide, do you want to date, do you not want to date? Because I know so many people out there feel like, oh, I'm single, I don't know like how to navigate. How do you navigate?
You know, it's interesting that you asked me this question right now, because my thought for the last couple of weeks has been I'm going to be very purposeful about being positive, right? And that extends to me, that extends to people around me. Because I know those of us who are single, those of us who are at a certain age and are still single, we can get into this space of like the dating pool is trash, there's poop in the pool, you know? Like, we don't want to do it, right? And the older we get, the more we have experiences that just don't always affirm that love is still something worth pursuing, that relationships are still valuable, that there is still that person or those people, whatever, you know, your choices out there for me, or there is still that opportunity for me, or there is always going to be that relationship that will pour back into me, right? It's hard to hold on to that the older you are, and the more that you have these experiences that kind of can confront that thought. So it's harder to be positive, but I think for me right now, I'm interested in finding a relationship. I still want to find that person. Yeah. I am, you know, taking my time. Purposeful is the word, right? Being purposeful about making sure that I'm learning the lessons from previous situations, making sure that I am not taking the pain and the hurt from those situations into the next situations, carrying them with me, making them change who I am or how I think or how I feel, right? Everything is meant to teach you something, to promote your growth, and hopefully you get to a point where you realize why situations don't work out before you step into the next situation, right? So I'm just trying to make sure that I am being mindful of those things, that I'm taking care of myself, and that I'm thinking optimistically, right? That I'm opening myself up, that I'm not, you know, like retreating into my little hole, which I can do sometime of like, I'm good. I'm an only child, right? I'm an only child and the oldest child, depending on which family I'm with, right? Yeah. But for the most part, I'm an only child, so I'm good. Yeah. Right? I got my dog, I got my space, we are chilling, right? But I do enjoy partnership, so I have to be purposeful, making sure I'm opening myself up and that I'm being optimistic with myself and my self-talk and in the conversations that I have with other people.
Amen.
Right? So
I love that, and that's good to share, because there's a lot of people that feel that way, like especially like Valentine's Day was coming up, and I saw people say, oh, Galentine's and this and that, but then sometimes people project and just, like you said, kind of go into a hole like, because of things that's happened in the past. But I love what you're saying, just be purposeful and be open, because it might be your person's there. There's somebody for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, if you ladies, if you're looking, I'm single, I'm out here.
You heard it right here first, honey. You better come snatch up this catch.
Oh, my God.
Baby.
No. We don't want to put it on the platform.
I'm a little modest. All of that.
Just saying. A little bit. But
well, that's good. Let's transition real quick, too, before you wrap it up. How about let's go through a few things like get to know Brittany.
And put me on the spot.
Yeah, so tell the people, what's your favorite movie?
Ooh, favorite movie. Off the top of my head, I always usually will say Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball had a little moment last year where the youngins were like coming for it. Like, no, this movie is toxic. And,
what?
Yeah, you didn't see it.
I did not see that.
Angel Reese was like, no, Love and Basketball is toxic. Somebody was saying it. And I can understand both sides of it. But Love and Basketball has always been like one of my favorite movies.
But you played basketball before, right?
I did play basketball through high school. I was not tall enough to make it beyond high school. I mean, I guess I could have, but in terms of really making it towards those next levels, I needed a little height on me probably to do it.
Oh, that's okay.
Even as a woman. So I transitioned. I was also a student athlete, so I got my full scholarship and focused on school when I went to college. But I do think playing basketball growing up was why Love and Basketball was one of my favorite movies. I also really like cult classics. Have Plenty is like a really kind of low key B-list movie.
Yeah.
But it's one of my favorites. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I like those types of films. So I have a couple of favorites, but those two off the top of my head right now are probably it.
Favorite artist or musician?
Brandy.
Ah!
Number one. Hey.
We love her.
We love Brandy. Brandy, number one for sure. From childhood, no matter what, Brandy's always going to be my fave. There's a list. I really love music, so there's a list, but Brandy is number one for sure.
Yep. Okay, last one. Favorite place to travel?
Ooh, so far, I would say Antigua. I went to Antigua this summer and I really loved it. Like, I was like, I could live here. At the time, I could come hang out, have dual citizenship, hang out in Antigua. I really loved it.
Oh, how do we get that? Can we just
gotta drop a couple bucks, you know, buy you some property.
Just a couple dollars.
Property. They do. They actually have a program. Somebody was telling me about it. They have a program where you can. If you invest so much money into like establishing residency or whatever there, you can get dual citizenship.
All right. I love it. I'm going to take that one and look that up myself because, you know, you got to have some other kind of citizenship nowadays.
Everybody in 2025, everybody's looking.
Right.
Where can we go?
Where can we go?
For sure.
Besides here. Which I love here, but still.
Yeah.
Plan B.
I'm in Florida. Like, I need somewhere to hop over to real quick. So.
Right, because we know how Miss Florida do.
Ooh. Yeah.
No shade. Well, I love you so much, and thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Do you want to share your Instagram with the people or anywhere they can find you?
Yes. What is my Instagram?
Pearl of Wisdom.
You can tell I'm not a social media maven. Okay,
we're gonna put it on the screen.
It's not my lane, but it is Pearl of Wisdom. Wisdom is spelled with the number 1 instead of the letter I. In case you're wondering what number I was on my line, I was the ace.
Let's go.
So there's your little clue.
Well, I love you so much. Thank you, and thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Welcome to the world of Kia. We get to see everybody in my world.